Hi there and welcome to your yoga class. Today we are going to do a lovely evening flow of yoga. This means that you can do it just before you go to bed if you want, but what it's meant to do is just settle you down ready for a really nice relaxing night, or even better, a really good night's sleep. Who doesn't need that? So let's get started. We're going to sit on our bottoms in easy pose. Now that just means sitting with your bottom on the mat, legs crossed. You can put blocks underneath your thighs if you want, if it's just a little bit too stretchy for you. Okay, and put your hands wherever you like, on your knees, or you can just clasp them and have them relaxed down there. And I want you to just really think about your spine, sit up nice and straight, as if there's a big invisible thread pulling you right up to the ceiling. Try and keep your knees nice and relaxed and feel those sit bones on the mat. If you can't feel them, actually lift your bottom up. That's it. A cheek in each hand and ground yourself down, okay? And shut your eyes if you'd like to. You don't have to, it just sometimes helps you to focus a little bit more. So, having a nice wee seat, just let's settle in to the practice. Don't know what you've been doing today. You might have been running around, you might have had a lovely relaxing day, but the point is we're just going to come and just arrive at our practice and set our intention and decide how we want this practice to go. So let's have a wee seat and just take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, okay? Lovely big deep breath in, no sniffing, a lovely big deep breath in. That's it. Give a bit of a sigh on the way out as well. In and out. And keep these shoulders lovely and relaxed as well. It's tempting sometimes to be up here when we're inhaling, but just try and draw them down and back and just try and remind yourself to do that. Keep inhaling and be as loud as you want with that sigh as well. Don't be afraid to be really loud with it. Expel all that air that's in your lungs and bring some lovely fresh air in. That's it. That's it. And just feel, you can feel yourself starting to relax already. Your heart rate's maybe thinking about coming down. You're bringing in all this lovely fresh air and you're giving signals to your body just to start relaxing. And what better position to be in when you're about to start your practice? That's it. Now, you're just going to put your hands on your belly now, okay? Still in the same position, but keep your hands on your belly. And we're going to start by just breathing in and out through our nose now, if we can, and focus on those big deep breaths, okay? Now, what I mean by a big deep breath is we start from down here in our pelvic region, that far down, and it's coming up into our abdomen, out to the side of our ribs, out to the back of our ribs, and right up to the top here, right up to our collarbone, okay? So when we inhale, start at the bottom, feel it coming up, that's it. Just pause slightly at the top and all the way out. Now we're trying to encourage here in our torso a little bit of, not tension, but we want to help that air come back out again, okay? So we're not just sitting, breathing really deeply, we're really actively breathing. Inhaling, filling up this abdominal space and exhaling right out as well, okay? Lovely big full deep breaths. And I'll give you a count as well. If you want to do this in your own time, you certainly can, but I'll give you a count of 4 just to help sort of regulate your breath. Okay, so settling on an exhale, we're going to inhale 2, 3 and 4 and exhale 2, 3 and 4. Inhale 2, 3 and 4 and exhale 2, 3 and 4. Inhale 2, 3 and 4 and exhale 2, 3 and 4. Inhale 2, 3 and 4 and exhale 2, 3 and 4. Now carry on with the count in your head, just regulating it the same way, and feel those hands on your belly while you're doing it. Feel how your belly expands when the air comes in and contracts when it goes out. Now, if you feel you want a count of maybe 3 or 5, it maybe suits your regular breathing pattern a bit easier, then that's fine, you can do that. But as long as it's nice and equal and you're using all of this abdominal space and keeping those hands on your belly and your back nice and straight, that's it. Just a few more. That's it. Really focusing on your breath, letting the tension of the day disappear. That's it. And settling on your next exhale, just open up your eyes. And hopefully you're starting to ease into your practice. And have a think about how your body feels at the moment, okay? What are you wanting to try and get out of tonight's practice? Do you just want to get yourself nice and ready for bed, ready for a good sleep? Or do you want to sort of ease away all the tension of the day? Or do you just feel your muscles need a really good stretch? It doesn't matter. This is your practice and I'm just here to guide you through it, okay? But as long as you're sort of got in the back of your mind the reason why you're here and why you're doing it, it always helps. And I always think it always helps to bring you back to the practice as well, because as we know, consistency in really everything that we do is key. And if you even hit your mat for a couple of minutes each day, then, I mean, can't ask for better than that. So we're going to start off with a shoulder circle. So we're going to lift our shoulders up. That's it. On an inhale, exhale, bring them back and down. Brilliant. Up in an inhale and back and down. Now really put a bit of effort into this, okay? We don't want any lazy shoulder circles. Up on an inhale, back and down. Brilliant. And feel that tension starting to come out your shoulders. Up and back and down. And even if you're a pretty laid back person, up. That's it. Just keep going at your own pace now, as long as you're inhaling on the up. You can often find you get tension in your shoulders from maybe sitting at your dining room table, working on your laptop, or gardening, or all these things you maybe didn't even think that you're using your shoulders a lot in. So it's really beneficial for most people, this move. That's it. Now let's go the other way. Still inhaling the up, but we're going to bring them forward. Now feel your big trapezius muscle, that big triangular muscle at the back, stretching out when you bring those shoulders down. So up and round, that's it. Up and round. Now remember, you're inhaling, that's it, and exhaling round. Brilliant. And already you should start to feel a bit of a difference. That's it. Because just by doing these little movements, and they are simple little movements, then you start to really focus on your body, how it's feeling. Why have I got tension there? Is there something I could be doing different to maybe stop there being as much tension? That's it. Of course, you might have tension if you're feeling a little bit uptight. And of course, your yoga practice and your breathing will help that as well. Everyone's a winner. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. Lovely. So give your shoulders a little wiggle there. That's it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands out in front of us like this, and we're going to put one hand on one shoulder and one hand underneath onto the other shoulder and give ourselves a big cuddle. Okay? Big cuddle. All right? Really squeeze. Feel that breathing. Now you might feel it a little bit more constricted than it was. That's okay. You're hugging yourself in. There's not as much room in there as there was. But just try and keep it nice and regular like we did at the beginning. That's all it is. And by bringing your attention back to this breathing, you're relaxing your body even more. You're allowing your muscles to be nicely stretched. So what we're going to do is keep our hands here, and we're going to inhale, lengthen that spine, and we're going to turn round to the right hand side. Now it doesn't matter how far you get, as long as your torso is nice and straight, no lazy twisting. Turn round and look in the one direction. Come back to the middle. That's it. And we're going to inhale again. And that's it. And exhale, come round. Doesn't matter how far you can. If you can only manage to here, that's fine. As long as you're going as far as you feel you can go. Back to the middle again. Inhale. Twist round. That's it. And here what we're doing is you should be feeling this in your sort of upper to middle back. We're giving the spine a lovely rotation. Back. That's it. Inhale and come round to the side. Lovely. So come back round now and just let your hands out. Give them a little wiggle about. Get the blood flowing again. And we'll go on to the next pose. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're just going to do a couple of moves in the one, and we're going to try and breathe with it. And it's another really good way of still keeping our breathing regular and even, okay? So we're going to put our hands by our sides, and we're going to put our hands up and inhale. Now, let's not just put our hands up, stretch up with your fingers, okay? So inhale, then you're going to bring the left hand down to your side and exhale. Over, stretch over, nice straight body. Okay, inhale again, hand up, and let's do the other side. Put the other hand down and exhale. Lovely. Then hands up, inhale. That's it. And now we're going to twist, okay? So what we do is we take the right hand down, put it in the left thigh, and twist, put the other hand round behind you. Exhale. Then inhale, stretch again, and do the same on the other side. So you're putting the left hand on the right leg, other hand behind you, and exhaling. That's it, and coming round, okay? So we'll do it a little bit faster now, all right? So we're going to bring our hands up, inhale, and exhale, really reach over, okay? Hand up again, inhale, and exhale. That's it. Inhale, and we're going to do a twist now. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. And coming back round, okay? Let's do it one more, and at the end we'll add in a nice reach forward and then coming back up, okay? So let's go again. Inhale. That's it. Exhale. Really stretch over and feel it up your side. Inhale. Exhale. Feel it up the other side. Inhale, and we're going to twist. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And it doesn't matter which side you do first, as long as you do both sides. Then we're going to inhale and then bring your hands right down in front of you to the floor if you can. Then up. Wonderful. So let's go on to our hands and knees now into a tabletop position. Okay, so from here, let's just check our alignment, okay? Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Your toes can be tucked or the top of your feet on the floor. It's up to you. Okay, now if that's a bit sore on your wrist, you can come back slightly, okay? There is nothing that says you have to be stacked right over your wrist, because it can be quite sore just on your wrist joint here, so you can come back a little bit. And what we're going to do is some hip circles now, okay? But we're not just going to just see what happens and just circle them here. We're going to come back first of all. That's it. Then we're going to come round to the left, okay, up to the front, out to the right, and then back down, okay? A big hip circle. So up to the left, to the front, to the right, and then down. So it's a bit like a diamond shape. You're trying to hit each point, but try and get a nice smooth motion, okay? Do a couple more in your own time. Keep your breathing nice and regular. And now's a good chance. What can I feel? Is there a hip tighter than the other one? It's just really nice to do this nice and slowly. That's it. And down. And then of course, when we've done a few on one side, we have to go the other way, don't we? So remember, you're back in sort of a half child's pose here. Then you're going out to the right first, up to the front, back to the left and down. Now do these in your own time. You don't need to follow me, okay? But just make sure you're doing them nice and slowly. Checking in, what's tense here? You might find that one hip's a bit tighter than the other. That wouldn't be unusual if that was the case. That's it, just a couple more. We very often find one side of our body is tighter than the other. That's it. Lovely big hip circles. That's it. Okay, now come back up to tabletop. Tuck those toes, okay? And we're going to come back and sit on our heels, okay? Now, if that's too much for you, you can just put the tops of your feet on the floor and sit on your heels if you want to, like that. But if you can do that, then you'll get a lovely big stretch up the sole of your foot. So while we're here, we're giving our feet a lovely stretch, we're going to circle our wrists, okay? So let's put our hands out as if we're saying stop in front of us, okay? We're just going to do a little bit of wrist work because, again, they're quite neglected. We do neglect these little bits of our body without really thinking about it. So we're going to flick our hands down, really sort of mindfully, okay? And you'll feel that lovely stretch in your forearm. Flick them up again. That's it. And down. Lovely. And up. And down. And then we're just going to give them a circle, that's it, out the way first of all, or in the way, it doesn't matter which way you do it first actually, as long as you do it both ways. A lot of the moves we do, it does matter what side that you do it on first, but not this one, doesn't matter, and then circle in the way. And this is just increasing your mobility. Check in with your feet, how are they doing? Do you want to go down onto the top of your feet? You can do that, no problem. That's it. But if not, you're really strengthening your toes in this position. That's it. Because a lot of yoga, maybe more advanced yoga as well, needs a lot of strength in your toes and your feet. That's it. Lovely. And last of all, bring your wrists in and give them a massage, okay? Use your thumbs and your forefingers just like this. Just give them a nice massage. Really good if you're on that laptop all day. Or even just if you are doing a lot of yoga, a lot of tennis, anything that really involves your wrists, then they're going to thank you for a little massage. So we're going to come back into tabletop, okay? Untuck those toes and put the top of your feet on the floor, because if you've been sitting back like that, then they probably are needing a little bit of a counter stretch there. So put the top of your feet on the floor there, and we're going to do a little bit of a cat-cow, then we'll do one with a difference, okay? So, in that nice square position, nice neutral spine, so you're still pulling that tummy button in towards the spine, okay? And we're going to inhale, open up the chest, look up the way, that's it, and really get a lovely curve in that spine, that's it. Now, exhale, push the back up to the ceiling, chin into the chest, open the shoulders. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come down for your cat pose. Now, if you're used to doing this, do them in your own time. But really feel that flexion in the front of your body there. And then feel the stretch over the back. That's it. And the spine's getting a lovely full movement here. Okay? Do it really purposefully. That's it. Lovely. Few more, and then we'll do it with a little bit of a difference. And then come back to a neutral spine. So what we're going to do, I'll come this way so you can see, we're actually going to put the right leg out to the side. Okay, just straight out to the side as far as you want, and we're going to do the cat-cows again with your leg out to the side. And let's just check in, how does that change, how it feels? Okay, so already you should be feeling stretching the inside of your leg, maybe on your calf, maybe on the top of your foot. So we're going to inhale and come up, feel that. Exhale, same as we were doing, but our legs out to the side. Inhale, that's it, and exhale, and feel what that's doing to that leg on the right. That's it. Everyone will feel it slightly differently, but mainly you'll feel it on the inside over your thigh. If that's too sore, come back to doing them as normal, okay? Nothing should be sore at all. That's it, and bring it back in. Okay, so you should have got a lovely little inner knee, inner thigh, inner calf stretch there as well. So let's do the same on the other side. Put the left leg out. Now, you can have the side of the foot on the floor, or you can put the foot down. It's better if the foot is on the floor because you get a bit more grip and foundation there. Okay, so we're going to do it again. We're going to inhale, feel that. Can you feel it on your inner thigh? Exhale, that's it. Inhale. Exhale, trying to keep the legs as still as possible. All you should be really moving is your back and your head. That's it. Exhale, lovely. Inhale and exhale. That's it. And coming back in to normal tabletop pose. Okay. Now just remember, just pop the tops of your feet on the floor, and we're going to come back to child's pose, which means your bum goes as far down as it can, forehead on the floor. Okay. Then we come up onto our knees and stretch up. Then back down to tabletop. Okay, so it's tabletop, child's pose, stretch back, up on your knees, raise your hands, and back down to tabletop. We'll do that a couple more times. So back into child's pose, and inhale on the way up, and exhale on the way down. That's it. So inhale, exhale on the way back, inhale on the way up, and exhale to come back to tabletop. Dead easy. One more. So we're going to exhale as we come back. Strong up on the knees, reaching straight up with your hands, and then exhale, come back down to tabletop. Well done. So now we're going to come down onto our bellies. Okay. And we're going to put the tops of our feet on the floor, okay, and come up to a cobra pose, which means your hands are on the mat beside you like this. So you can have your forehead starting here, and just bring yourself up, okay. Now you can see your arms are still bent, okay. Arms are still bent, and you should be feeling this in the small of your back here, but not sore, okay. That's it, and then coming back down. Okay, and then inhale and come up again. Okay, now are you using your arms too much? If you're in doubt, take your hands off the floor, and then you can see how much you have to use your back. It's okay if your hands are there to support you, but just be careful of not leaning on them too much. And come back down. Okay, then from here we're going to tuck the toes. Put your hands sort of in next to your ribs, and we're going to come up and straight back to child's pose. Now put your big toes together, your knees out to the side of the mat, and put your head on the floor. Okay, stretch your hands out in front of you, and go back to that breathing that we were talking about. That's it. I'm just going to come round the front to show you this one. Okay, so we're in our child's pose. Okay, now we're going to inhale, come up on your fingertips. Okay, just move back a little bit so you can see me up on your fingertips. And then exhale, come back down. Inhale, up on your fingertips, really, really lightly, and then back down again. That's it. And if you can, inhale, creepy crawl your fingers forward and come back down. Can you extend that stretch a wee bit? If you can't, that's okay. So then we're going to come over to the side, okay? Try and keep now, because on child's pose, your bottom might not be right on your heels, but wherever it is, just make sure this hip doesn't lift when we go to the side. That's it. Purposefully keep that hip down, and so you'll feel a big stretch up the side now. Okay, so inhale, and you're coming round and forward with the hands. That's it. Inhale. Now, if you come round as far as you're going to go, that's fine. Just come inhale and come up and exhale back down. Really light on the fingertips. Come back down. That's it. Now, let's come back round to the front and we'll do the other side. So, coming back round, remember that other hip this time. Try and keep it down. That's it. Come round. Then inhale, up on your fingertips. Come round a little bit and forward and back down. Inhale, round and forward if you can. If not, exhale, come back down. And one more. Inhale and come back down. That's it. And then come on back round to your child's pose and then sit up really slowly. So now we're going to do a half frog position, okay? I'll stay this way just to show you. So what we're going to do is come down onto our belly. You can do this the proper way on your mat, it's just so that I can show you. And you can be on your elbows like this, or you can be down with your head in your hands. Now, you're going to take your right leg. Now, see if you can get it up to a right angle from your body. Can you do that? And then, can you take your calf out so that that's at a right angle to your thigh, and then your foot. So your thigh's going out to the side, calf's coming down, and foot's going out. So it's like nice right angles all the way down. Now, if that's too much, just bring it in a little bit. That's all, okay? Bring it out as far as you can to be comfortable, all right? So we are here, and if you've got a pillow or a cushion, you can lean on that, or you can come straight down and put your head in your hands. But really breathe into this, okay? Just remember this breathing. This is a lovely passive stretch, and what it's doing is it's opening your hip up, and you're not really having to do much, okay? When I say passive stretch, it means that you're not forcing yourself into position. So you should be able to be nice and relaxed and feel that hip opening just in your inner thigh here, okay? So stay in here, okay? And then slowly bring that knee back in, okay? Just ever so gently, okay? So once you've got that knee in, what we're going to do is take that same leg, okay? And we're actually just going to bend it up towards our bottom, okay? Bend it up as far as you can, okay? If you can only get up to there or right up, that's perfect. Now, if you can reach round and grab your foot, I'll do this from side on, shows you a bit easier. So you're bending it up. Now you can, as long as you're feeling this on your quads, on the front of your thigh, okay? If you can reach it, then you can bring it as close to your bottom as you want. And where you should be feeling this is in the front of your thigh, your hip flexors, your quadriceps, just all in the front of your thigh, okay? So that might mean your foot's up here, just depends on the amount of flexibility you've got in your thighs, okay? So do what you need to feel it. Just watch that ankle joint as well, nothing should be sore. That's it, and then gently bringing it back down. So we're going to do the same on the other side, okay? So remember, we're going to lift our left leg out to a right angle to do our half frog pose. Put your calf down at a right angle to that, and then your foot out. So it is like a wee frog's position. Now, if you can come right down and get both your hip bones on the floor, then great. But remember, you can bring that knee in a little bit as well, okay? Take it to where you're getting the benefit from it, okay? And remember, you can put your hands down like this, okay? So feel that stretch. It might feel more or less than the other side. It just depends how tight your hips are. And you'll feel this a little bit into the lower back as well, especially if you're up on your elbows like this, okay? So bringing it down, just wiggle it back in. And we're going to do that stretch as well. So remember, bring your foot up. That might be enough. That might be, it's not a case of how far you can get. It's where you can feel it. And then if you can bring it into your bottom if you want to, but it shouldn't be sore at all. You should feel a lovely stretch up the front of your thigh. That's what we're looking for here. And this whole sequence is designed to not get you all hot and flustered before bed. It's just, we're slowly just going round the whole body, stretching every part of the body, concentrating on our breathing quite a bit as well, so that you will hopefully have a restful evening and an even more restful night's sleep. That's it, and coming down. Okay, now just for a wee second, just put the tops of your feet on the floor and put your head on your hands and just relax, okay? Check in with your breathing, check in with your body at this point. How's it feeling? Is it feeling different to it did half an hour ago? Just check in with yourself at this point and just stay there for just a little second. That's it. So we're going to come up now, okay, and sort of face the side of your mat, because we're going to do a side plank, okay? But we're not going to do the planks, you know, using our body weight as much as we normally do. We're going to do this. You keep this knee on the floor, okay? So keep your left knee on the floor and you're going to put your other leg out like this, okay? Put one hand on the floor and one hand up, okay? So this is what we're doing for side plank. And look up to your hand if you can, stretch. Try and keep your body as straight as you can, like no coming over like this. That's it, hand back and nice and straight. And feel that stretch. You should be feeling it up this side of your abdomen. And you're strengthening this thigh as well as giving your leg a lovely wee stretch out to the side there. And your shoulders, it's actually doing quite a lot. It's maybe not the plank you're used to doing if you're in the gym, but it just works in a different way. Okay, now we're going to come up from here, come up strong. Okay, now we're up like this. Okay, so stay here just for a second. Okay, and then look along your right hand, or the hand that's at the bent knee. That's the one you should be looking along. Okay, keep those shoulders down and back. Okay, we don't want this, tempting as it is. Nice and relaxed, lovely floaty arms. Okay, that's it. And you'll feel you're still doing a fair bit of work with your shoulders here, okay? And we're still opening those inner thighs. We're still strengthening that thigh as well that's on the ground. It's maybe not as dynamic as a full warrior pose when we're up on our feet, but your shoulders, you will feel, are still getting the work. That's it, and come back in to the side. So we're going to do it to the other side now. So keep the other knee in the floor, whichever one, if you've started on the other side or whatever, it doesn't matter, as long as it's the other side. Okay, keep that knee bent and put your other foot out. Now remember, have that foot flat on the floor if you can. Okay, it just helps give you a better foundation. Okay, and you're going to come down, put your hand on the floor and look up. Does that feel different? It might do. That's it. Remember, the chest is turned, rotated up. You're looking up to that hand if you can. Okay, if that's too hard for you, you can be like this. That's no problem at all. Just go to what you can do. Okay, then come up strong. Try and keep your hands out straight. So come out up strong like this time. That's it. And that does require quite a bit of strength, okay, if you're not used to doing it. So remember those shoulders, lovely and relaxed, down and back. Okay, your torso is perfectly straight and you're looking along. The other hand this time, the knee that's bent, that's the hand that you're looking along, okay? Because if we were up on our knees, this would be the bent knee, okay? Feel those shoulders. Because although we switched our legs over, we've not switched our shoulders are just doing the same movement as we did a minute ago. So they might still be starting to feel a little bit tired. Good for toning the shoulders, this one. That's it. So that's okay. Don't let them drop, keep them up, as tempting as it may be. That's it, bring them in, okay? Give your arms a little wiggle. If they've been a little bit sore doing that, that's it. And now we'll go on to our gate pose. So we're going to do our gate pose now. Now starting back in that same knee, if your knees are sore at all, just pad them up, put cushions or double your mat up, okay? Because we don't want your knees being compromised at all. So what we're going to do is start on the leg that you started on last time and put your leg out to the side, okay? Just like we started in our plank pose, okay? But this time we're going to take the hand that's on the bent knee side and we're going to come over like this. Now feel that lovely big stretch on your side into gate pose. Your torso is perfectly straight. This is coming over, you're reaching up and over, okay? This hand slides down your leg. So staying here for a few breaths. Then what we're going to do is come back into that side plank that we've just done. So what we do is we take our hands out to the side and just come down like that into our side plank pose. Okay, then keep those arms nice and straight. Come back up into that gate pose again. That's it. And then come back down into side plank. But this time, can you lift your leg? Okay? A little bit harder than it looks, isn't it? So lift your leg up If you can't, keeping your legs down is absolutely fine. Okay, but if you're up here, can you grab your ankle? Don't worry if you can't. And then stretch off your thigh that way. So you're on one knee, your hands on the floor, your thigh is out at a right angle. So we've got a nice sort of 90 degree angle there. Getting my angles wrong. That's it. And you can grab your leg if you want, or you can still be here. Okay, and then coming back up again into gate pose, and then come back to the middle. Okay, so a couple of wee moves there to remember. It doesn't matter if you can grab your foot or not. It's just there that if you can and you've got the mobility, it's another element to add into it if you really want to. Okay, so let's do the other side. Let's put the other foot out. Get yourself stable, okay? Remember the hand that's at the bent knee comes up, 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 okay? Then we exhale and come over into gate pose. Feel that lovely stretch. And remember, you're still trying to turn your torso up to the ceiling. That's it. Then hands to the side and come down into side plank pose. Okay? Then back into gate pose. So strong, strong, strong up the middle. Into gate pose. That's it. Then keep your hands out again. Come down into that side plank pose. Now you can stay here, remember, or you can lift that leg. Oh, that leg might be a bit different. You never know. So you can be here. Try and get your leg parallel. Even if you can lift your leg a little bit off, still a win. And then if you can, grab your foot and push that foot back into your hand. Okay, and you're still lifting, your top leg is still lifting. Don't let it, we're not doing this. It's still lifting, okay? But if not, you're here, or you might be here or here. That's it. And then come back up into gate pose, lovely and strong every time you do that, remember? Come over, and then come back in. How does that feel? Doesn't it look simple when you look at what you're doing? You think that's quite straightforward, but because we're slowing it down and we're focusing on certain parts, it can be quite taxing. We'll do one more on each side, okay? So, going back to the other leg, put the other leg out that you started on, okay? Remember, torso nice and straight, hand on the thigh that's out. Inhale, hand up, into gate pose, nice and straight, look up if you can. Okay, nice straight arms, down to the side, looking up, come up strong, use that core, into gate pose again. That's it. Come down again, into side plank. Now remember, lift that leg there, might only be a little bit, lift it up, and if you can, hold on to it. The thigh is still lifting. Okay, lifting, lifting, lifting. You're also getting a quadricep stretch in there as well. Okay, or you might be here. And if you're here, the heel is flexed. Okay, we're not pointing our toes. The heel is flexed. So, pop your foot down. And we're going to come up strong again. Go into our gate pose. And then come back to the middle. Lovely. So last one on this other side. Okay. And as we've not even been standing up yet, and already the amount we've worked our shoulders or working our quads, and you'll find that when you're in that half moon pose on your knee, this glute's really got to work. So everything's working quite hard and we're not even standing up. So last time on this side. So remember, gate pose, inhale, hand on the bent knee side goes up, other hands on the thigh, nice and straight, okay? Come over on an exhale, get that lovely big stretch. Remember, you're pointing up and over. That's it. Then keep those arms nice and straight, windmill them down into your side plank. Okay, nice and strong up. So good for your obliques, these side abdominals. This one. And then nice and strong. Always keep strong in between times. And we're here now, remember, this is the point where we lift our leg up and stay, keep that heel flexed, or grab on if you want to, still keep the thigh up, 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 and you'll feel this in your glutes. That's it, nice and strong with the bottom hand as well. So if you get your knee bent, straighten out again. That's it. Put your your foot down. Nice and strong up. Into your gate pose again. And come back to the middle. Well done. Quite a lot of work there. Looks really simple, doesn't it? So let's come down into a child's pose. Put those two big toes together. Knees out as wide as you want, really, to the side of the mat. That's it. Sit down on your bottom. You can shove a block in there if you can't quite get your bottom down. And come down and relax. Put your forehead on the floor in your child's pose. And while you're lying here, you'll feel that in your glutes, in your bottom, because they had to work quite hard there. So this is a really good counter pose, just to really stretch them out, because yoga is about flexibility, as we know, but it's also about building strength as well. Flexibility, it really isn't as useful without the strength that goes with it. We can't just walk around all bendy, and you'll maybe see with people that are hypermobile, or if you're hypermobile, meaning that you're almost too bendy, really, you've really got to watch you don't injure yourself, because it's super easy for you to do lots of different bendy things. So you've got to have the strength in there with it to counteract that flexibility. So it's actually a little bit safer if you're not that flexible, because you can't go past a certain point. So there you go, it's a good thing not being flexible. What I'm trying to say is there's challenges both sides of the coin here, and you've got to have the strength and the flexibility to enable you to do certain postures and to have an overall stronger and more flexible body. So enjoying your child's pose. We're going to just stay there in your child's pose just now. We are going to revolve it a little bit. So this is how you are at the moment, okay? And what we're going to do is you're going to take your hands and put them like this. So keep your legs the same, and you're going to put them out to the side, so you're lying on one shoulder. So your hands are a bit like diver's hands, if you're about to dive into the pool. That's it. So you're still in child's pose. The side of your head's on the floor, okay? And your right arm's underneath you, your left arm's on top. The legs haven't really changed. Okay, so stay there for a few breaths, and you should feel this over one side of your back. Feel that on your shoulder blade, just underneath your shoulder blade. A super duper stretch there, okay? So coming back up to the middle again. So keep your hands in prayer position, and you're going to sweep them out to the side and then lie down. Same on the right, the left hand side. That's it. So left hand is under, hands are together, and feel that super duper stretch. So we're getting the stretch, stay down there, getting a stretch in that left hand side. You're lying on the left arm. You're also getting a little bit of rotation into the spine here as well. We need to remember, it's not just one thing your body's doing. Your body's very, very clever, and all these poses are designed to sort of hit many things at the one time, although it might just feel that you feel it in your back, and that's just it. But that's the good thing about yoga, you're starting to appreciate which bits are working and what they're doing and how's that affecting me, because you're different from the next person. We can guide you along, no problem at all, but ultimately you need to really tune in to what you're feeling, and then that way you'll get more out of it at the end of the day. So coming up gently, don't come up too fast from that, okay? You're going to now come and sit on your bottom with your legs out in front, like this. So we're on our bottoms, okay? Now your feet are together. Remember how we sat first of all in our easy pose. Make sure those sit bones are down. Pop those bottom cheeks out if you need to. Nice straight back, goes without saying. Now your hands are down at your side, okay? Your feet are together, your legs are active, and you're sitting up nice and straight. And just rest your hands. We're not bracing, we're just resting our hands, and we're looking just beyond our toes. Feet are flexed. Look beyond your toes and just reset for a little minute, okay? Nice deep breaths. Remember how we were breathing at the beginning? How does your body feel now? Nice deep breaths, okay? A couple more deep breaths here. This is Dandasana pose. And then we're going to come and do a nice forward bend. So the way that we do that is we take our peace fingers, these 2 fingers here, okay, we're going to slot them in between our big toe and our next toe, okay. Now if you can't reach your toes, not a problem, you're just going to come down and put your hands to the side of your legs, okay. So bend your knees a little bit, okay, and slot them in between your big toe and your next toe. If you can't do that, that's fine, just put them at the side. Then you're going to straighten your legs as much as you can. Now you might do this with bent legs, that's fine, as long as you feel it up the back of your legs, okay. What we're meant to be feeling here is, our feet are still together, you're meant to be feeling a big stretch up the back of your legs, of course, and maybe a bit in your lower back, okay, but it shouldn't be sore, and you might be here as well, okay, but if you're here, keep your legs straight, okay, we don't want you cheating and just all curled up, okay. So we're going to inhale, try and straighten that spine, you're going to try and bring your chest down to your thighs, that's sort of what you're thinking about, and use those big toes to pull on. You there pulling back as well, okay? Use it as a sort of lever and you're coming down. That's it. Look beyond your big toes, don't be tempted to drop your head down, and feel that up the back of your thighs. Nice and strong. That's it. Then inhale and looking up, just slowly walk your way back up, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a saddle pose, which basically means that you take your left leg first of all. Now you're going to bend it and have your heel at the side here. We're not sitting on our heel, the heel is at the side, okay? Now if that's enough for you, because obviously you're going to get a stretch here in those quadriceps again, stay here if you want to, your hands down at your sides. If you've got a strap, you can put that round that foot, okay? Keep the back nice and straight. We don't want to be like this, obviously, okay? So nice and straight, foot is flexed, okay? Or if you can reach your toes, we are folding forward. So inhale and forward fold, okay? Now feel how that changes. It feels different from the last one, doesn't it? Try and keep the weight on your sit bones equal. You're holding on to that foot, just wherever you get to. If you're not holding on to the foot, you're here. Or you can be straight up, because that might be enough for you. If that is killing your ankle, what you could do is put a small rolled up sock in there or something like that. Nothing too big. Or you can sit on your foot if you want to, if it's just too much on your ankle, okay? If all that's far too much, just do the same forward bend that we did, okay? So we're here for a few breaths. That's it, and come up, and then gently take your foot back, and let's do it on the other side. So bringing it out, remember you should be able to see that heel. Your knees are about hip width apart as well. You don't feel you have to have your feet together. This foot's flexed, okay? And you might find that is just enough for you, and you feel that's how far you're going to go today, okay? If you can't quite reach, you can just come forward with a nice straight back, or get a strap, dressing gown, cord, belt, whatever you want, and come forward, okay? Sometimes gives you a wee bit more leverage, okay? Or you can inhale and come forward and hold on to your foot, okay? So we're still forward bending like we did before, but feel how that changes. Because we've got this other leg bent, remember those sit bones, then it does change the dynamics of the forward fold. You'll feel it in different places. So staying here for a few breaths. That's it. Now inhale, look up, and then slowly come back up, and then bring your feet forward. Just put your hands behind you here and windscreen wiper these legs just like that. It's just really good for opening up all those joints again that we might have been stretching, because we've been stressing some of the muscles and the ligaments and things like that, not in a bad way, putting your body under some sort of stress. We put our body under stress when we're running or doing any sort of exercise. So this is just really nice to let your muscles just relax a little bit more, okay? Nice windscreen wipers. Okay, let's lie down. So lying down on your back, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together and let those knees flop open. If that's too much for you, remember what we did at the beginning when we were sitting with our legs crossed, put some blocks underneath your thighs. I'll get a block just to show you can get cushions as well. Okay. You don't need to go out and get all the gear, especially not for yoga. You can use cushions, anything you like. okay? It just takes that stretchiness away if it's too much for you, okay? Others may love the stretch. I really like the feeling of this stretch. Okay, you're getting a lovely big stretch in your adductors in here. Now put one hand on your tummy, one hand up on your chest. Shut your eyes if you want to. And come back to that breathing again. How does your body feel? Okay. If we're finding this stretch a bit too much, just bring your knees up, okay, and you can sit with your feet together. Okay. So just take a wee minute. Take a wee minute, check in with your body. How does it feel compared to how it did a wee while ago? That's it. Now bring your knees up to meet in the middle if you've not got them there already. Keep your knees together and move your feet to the outside of your mat so your knees are kind of knocked here. That's it. And stretch your hands up above your body, okay? If it's more comfortable to have them down by your side, that's absolutely fine. Stretch your hands up. Just let your body relax. That's it. Now bringing those feet in again. Okay, bring your hands down to your sides. That's it. So they're straight out. And we're going to let the knees together drop over to the left. Now if they become separated, if you want to part them a wee bit, that's okay. Because what we're trying to get here is a spinal twist and a big nice stretch round the side. So if you can put a block under there as well. You can always use a block. That's it. Or you might want to keep them together and go right down. If you feel, go to where you can get the goodness out of it, okay? If you feel that your knees are together and they're down onto the side, straighten that top leg. Just ramps it up a wee bit, and we're all different. And the thing is about yoga as well, you might find some stretches, some poses really, really difficult, and you think, I'll never be able to do that. And others, you'll just pop into, no problem at all. So it's not to say that you are bendy or you are not bendy. It's really not as simple as that. That's it. Bring your knees up again and go over to the other side. Same rules apply with that. That's it. Letting your spine get a nice rotation and those obliques that were working so hard in our gate pose, letting them get a lovely, lovely stretch as well. And then coming up to the middle again, you're going to bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a cuddle, okay? You can bring your head up as well if you want to. Okay, and then you're going to take a nice big exhale, put your legs down and out to the side of the mat, hands down, top of the hands on the floor, okay? Then you're going to lie and shut your eyes. You can tilt your chin towards your chest a little bit if you want to. That's it, and we will have our Shavasana. Now if you want to get warmer at this point, stay lying down if you don't need any additional layers, but you might want socks or a hoodie or a blanket, or you might want to put your eye mask on. So now is the time to do it. Other than that, you're just lying back and relaxing. And this is our Shavasana pose, an actual yoga pose. Really important to include this at the end of your practice, because what it does is lets your body settle. Remember how we settled at the beginning? We're going to settle at the end. Let your body just come back to some sort of equilibrium before we continue doing something else, okay? Let your body recover and restore itself whilst your body's totally still, okay? Then it's focusing on just restoring, getting all the goodness from everything that we've just done, rather than cooling down while you're rolling up your mat and you're in your car and that's fine, I'll cool down in the car. It's very tempting, I know, but this, even a couple of minutes of this will do you the world of good because it's so restorative for you. Okay, so just lying there, you're just going to focus on that breath again, focusing it coming in through your nose and out through your nose as well. And just let it do what it wants. We're not doing counted breath, we're not doing anything, you're just going to totally relax. Feel your body sinking into the mat, feel how comfortable and stable it is on your mat. It's not got to do anything for the next couple of minutes. So just lie and let your body totally tune out for a minute or two. If you find your mind is racing at this point, just try and bring the attention back to the breath, coming in through your nose, nice and cool, and coming out through your nose, nice and warm. Now that the body's warmed it up, just really, really relax and enjoy the time that you've got just to lie here and recuperate and have a little bit of quiet time all to yourself. That's it. Just feeling how heavy your body is on the floor. And just starting to bring your awareness back into the room from wherever it's gone during your relaxation, and start to invite a little bit of movement back into the body as well, really, really slowly, by wriggling your toes, your fingers, giving your legs a little jiggle, that sort of thing. And you're going to slowly roll onto your side. Choose a side and just roll onto it in your own time. So you're sort of in that fetal position, lying on your side, taking your time to come up. And then gently in your own time, coming up to a seated position with your legs crossed. Just enjoying that nice, cosy, relaxing feeling that you've got now. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. You can take your hands into prayer if you like. I hope this practice heals and strengthens your body and your mind. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really hope you get the benefit out of this yoga class and that it will help your sleep or just help you have a nice relaxing evening from now on, okay? But it's a nice pose just to ease you in to just sitting there and relaxing for the rest of the night or going straight to bed, whatever the case may be. So I hope to see you again back for some more yoga, and in the meantime, enjoy. See you later.